All right, a Venn diagram. We all should be familiar with this one.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody read me what a Venn diagram is used for. Ben, read me what a Venn diagram is used for.
A tool for illustrating similarities and differences using overlapping circles.
Okay, using overlapping circles. So a Venn diagram looks like this. Usually this one is one category, this is another category, and then what goes in the middle? What goes in the middle? Diego? What they have in common or what they have the same. Okay? Sometimes you can have multiple Venn diagrams, and so you have 3 circles. And this is a third category, so this is what they would all share.
How can you get 3 circles?
If you have 3 different things that you're comparing,
Oh.
this is what they all share. This is what only these 2 share. This is what only these 2 share, and this is what only these 2 share. So a Venn diagram is comparing and contrasting something. And then finally a T-chart. What is a T-chart used for? Ashton, read me what a T-chart is used for.
A tool for sorting and classifying items into 2 or more.
Good. That's exactly what we did right here on this one. This is a T-chart when we are comparing 2 or more items. All right. So I'd like you to do 1 through 6. You're going to match the type of graph to the situation. So read the sentence and then figure out which graph do you think would be best suited for that experiment. Go ahead and do this now. Ben, we're matching the graph to the number. Chris, we are matching the graph to the sentences. right. Number 1. Andrea is keeping track of the temperature every day for a month. What type of graph do you think we could use to track her progress every day for a month? Ashton.
B. Line graph.
That is correct. B, a line graph, because a line graph works for over time. Number 2, Joey is working to determine how class size varies by school. So Joey is comparing 2 schools and their class size. Gavin? A bar graph. Very good. Because remember, a bar graph, we can shade in the value for 2 different things, and then it very clearly shows us the difference between those 2. Number 3, Sandra is measuring how many microscopic organisms she finds in a drop of pond water from 3 different ponds. I think we're going to skip that one and we'll come back to it. All right, number 4, Rhonda is classifying items she finds on her nature hike as either living or non-living. So what type of graph do you think Rhonda could use for living or non-living? Haley?
A T-chart.
Good, a T-chart, because we're only comparing 2 different things. Now remember, this is categorical data. She doesn't have any hard numbers to chart, so the T-chart would be a good option for her. Number 5, Michael is exploring how magnets and electromagnets are alike and different. How they are alike and different. Ben, what do you think?
D.
What is it?
D.
D, a Venn diagram? That is correct. Remember, the Venn diagram is the best tool to use if we're trying to tell what's alike and different. Okay, number 6, Samantha is collecting monarch butterfly stage samples. She wants to know what percentage of the monarch samples that she finds are at each stage of their life cycle on the last 3 days of June. What could we use to show percentages? Lindsay?
C. A pie graph.
A pie graph, very good. Now we used all of the graphs already, so let's go back to number 3. Sandra is measuring how many microscopic organisms she finds in a drop of pond water from 3 different ponds. We're going to use one of those graphs twice. Levi, what do you think?
Pie graph.
A pie graph? Well, it doesn't tell us that we have a percentage. I suppose if she put it into a percentage, she could use a pie graph. But based off of what they just told us, what would be the best option? Darnell?
Venn diagram.
Well, remember, a Venn diagram is for categorical data, so not numbers. She is going to have measurements. Remember, she's measuring how many organisms. Sienna?
A bar graph.
A bar graph. A. Now, remember, a bar graph can have more than 2 categories. It could have 3. So I think this one would be the best one for her because she could show pond 1, pond 2, pond 3, and how much is in each one. All right, very good.